please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, gentlemen, first, let me congratulate both of you on your upcoming retirements, and thank you for your collective 82 years of experience between the two of you. That's truly remarkable and outstanding service to our country, and certainly our nation owes both of you a debt of gratitude for your sacrifice and commitment. So thank you so much. In the last few months, the United States has announced the rerouting of $67 million of security assistance to the Lebanese armed forces to support members of the military as Lebanon grapples with some very severe financial challenges. Notably, the aid package will include some livelihood support payments, and these will go directly to troops to help them weather the extreme economic conditions that the country is facing right now. So, General McKenzie, my question for you, sir, is can you discuss why supporting the Lebanese armed forces is a national security interest for the United States, and more broadly, what the U.S. can do to support Lebanon during this time of severe crisis there?
Senator, I support the $67 million, and I support it more broadly as well. It's our view that the LAF, the Lebanese Armed Forces, are the sole representative of the state of Lebanon in terms of defending itself. As you know, there are competitor entities in Lebanon, LH, Lebanese Hezbollah, as an example, that have an exercise a malign influence not only inside Lebanon, but indeed regionally from a Lebanon base. Our best hope to keep the lid on Lebanon is to continue to support the LAF as the representative of the state of Lebanon. And I'll just say briefly, the financial situation in Lebanon is dire. I am not an economist, but I can recognize it probably is the worst I have ever seen it. And this money is going to be critical to maintaining cohesion inside the LAF. And they have performed very well in the aftermath of the the Beirut port explosion. It was the LAF that did a lot of great work there. So I think it's in all our interests for the LAF to be supported and supported appropriately, and that would include allowing its soldiers to feed their families.
General McKenzie, my next question is for you as well. According to UNICEF, at least 47 children have been killed or maimed in Yemen just in January and February of this year. In total, at least 10,000 minors have been killed or injured since the Saudi-led coalition began their bombing in 2015. And this is in the context of a conflict in which the UN estimates nearly 377,000 people have died since the conflict began. And now the World Food Program is warning that 13 million Yemenis are facing starvation. My question for you, General, is straightforward. What leverage does the United States have to bring all the parties to the table to end this conflict, and what are we doing to make it happen?
Senator, so it's my assessment, and again, I only see a part of the problem. We have a negotiator who works this at a higher level. I believe that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is willing to come to an agreement with events in Yemen. I believe that is attainable from their end. I think it is the Houthis who are intent on continuing to prosecute this fight, and I believe they are prodded directly by their Iranian masters. And that's the reason that the situation exists now, where they're firing almost daily weapons into Saudi Arabia, and of course, as recently as several weeks ago, began to fire ballistic missiles into UAE. In both cases, they were and are prodded to do it again by their sponsors, Iran, who has no interest actually in this war coming to an end, no interest in solving the humanitarian dispute. And I do not dispute the tragedy, the tremendous tragedy of children being maimed by these weapons. Understand that completely. But there is a path forward. Some of the parties are willing to take that path. Unfortunately, not all of the parties are willing to take that path.
Well, I appreciate your efforts in working to try to get to that path. Thank you for that. General Townsend, in the spring of 2020, some of Michigan's National Guardsmen engaged with military partners in Liberia as part of AFRICOM's Command, Advice, Investigations, and Coordination Initiative. I'd like to hear your assessment of how effective this initiative has been in promoting effective military legal frameworks within a variety of our African partners.
Well, Senator, much like our values and our democracy, we also try to pass on our views of the rule of law whenever we engage with our African partners. So that program that you're talking about is a part of that effort. And every training that we do has discussion about the rule of law and the law of armed conflict. And I think that program, you can debate how effective it is, but I think we have to actually try. Every time we engage with our African partners, it's important that we talk about our values and the rule of law and civilian control of the military, et cetera. So I think it's an important program.
Thank you, General. Again, congratulations to both of you on your retirement, a well-deserved. Thank you for your service to our country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.